Hello class, welcome to week 3. The term is going very rapidly. You have quite a few assignments due each week, so I encourage you to try to keep up with those assignments. I notice some persons are falling a bit behind with some missing assignments. Just remember that every assignment you submit late, and because you have about 3 or 4 due each week, you want to make sure you keep on top and stay on top of your work throughout the class. So you may want to set some sort of guideline or timetable for yourself in terms of submitting of assignments. So let's take a look at the week 3 coursework and what is expected of you. We'll be looking at institutionalization of business ethics. And this week we'll take a look at basically the difference between law and ethics. So in simple terms, you'll find that law may be understood as the systematic set of universally accepted rules and regulations created by an appropriate authority such as the government. And this may be regional, this may be national or international. So the law is used to govern the action and behaviors of the members of society, and it can be enforced by imposing penalties. Now, when you think of ethics, many times the term law is juxtaposed with the term ethics, but there is a difference, as ethics are the principles that guide a person or society created to decide what is good or bad, right or wrong in a given situation. So ethics then regulates a person's behavior or conduct and helps an individual in living a good life by applying the moral rules or guidelines. Now, for a layman, ethics and law may be the same, but the fact is that they're very different. There's a big difference between the two of them. So let's look at the meaning. Now, what's the meaning of law? So law refers to a systematic body of rules, like I would have said before, that governs the whole society and the actions of its individual members. So what's the meaning of ethics? Ethics is a branch of moral philosophy that guides people about the basic human conduct. So what is it? Law is a set of rules and regulations, and ethics is a set of guidelines. And who is it governed by? Law is governed by the government. Ethics is governed by individual, legal, and professional norms. The law is expressed and published in writing, while ethics could be abstract. Now, what happens if there's a violation of either? A violation of the law is not permissible, which may result in punishment like imprisonment or a fine or both. As it relates to ethics, there is no punishment for violation of ethics. So what is the objective? Law is created with an intent to maintain social order and peace in the society and provide protection to all citizens, while ethics are made to help people to decide what is right or wrong and how to act. Law has a legal binding. Ethics do not have a binding nature. So that's the basic difference. So as you start to think about your assignments for this week, consider the difference between law and ethics and how this will help you during this week's assignments. This week you have due your Unit 3 quiz, you have a Unit 3 reflection, and you also have an assessment. The quiz will follow the same format as your other quiz, so as well as the reflection. For the assignment, you're going to go ahead and take a look at the rubric. The rubric will be your guide for completing the assignment and determining what is required of you for this assignment. So here's a look at the rubric. You're going to talk about, if you want to be proficient, you're going to have a separate heading after your introductory paragraph that says the facts, and you're going to discuss that. It may be 1 or 2 paragraphs under this heading. Your next heading will be your framework analysis, and you're going to go through each of these in the proficient area because you want to be proficient now, and you are going to discuss each point in the section on the framework analysis just to make sure that you are clear. Now, my suggestion to you is you use these stars or asterisks to determine your paragraphs. So this may be one. The ethical norms, discuss that. That's a paragraph by itself. The alternative courses of action, that could be a paragraph or two. The solution, that could be a paragraph or two, and those could be your subheadings. Personal beliefs or feelings, there again, another paragraph. And the same you'll do for the facts. The situation, one paragraph. The ethical dilemma, another paragraph. The stakeholders, that's another paragraph. So you use those as your guide to decide how to break down the coursework. Make sure that you use Times New Roman 12 point, 1-inch margins, double space, and adhere to the APA formatting guidelines. You would want to make sure that you are at least 1350 or over 1500 words. You write with clarity, and you will want to include at least 2 scholarly resources in your coursework. Remember, each paragraph should have at least 1 in-text citation to substantiate your ideas. So you shouldn't have a paragraph without a in-text citation or reference. You cannot have a reference list, remember, without in-text citations, and vice versa. No in-text citations without a reference list. So just make sure you're reviewing those things as you prepare the assignment. If you have any questions at all about the assignment or anything else for the class, I encourage you to give me a call. My telephone number is listed on the faculty information page, or you may send me an email. I look forward to reviewing your work this week. I encourage you to try to catch up on all outstanding work to make sure you are successful in the class. Every point lost will affect your final grade. Have a wonderful rest of the week and have a great weekend. Thank you.